Welcome y'all to Robyn on the Farm. Today I'm going to show you how to use your bread machine to make this pumpkin chocolate chip bread. This quick bread is moist and delicious and so easy to make in your bread machine. Let's get started. This recipe starts with a can of pure pumpkin. I love making this recipe because it uses a whole can of pumpkin. Be sure to use a can of pure pumpkin and not the pumpkin pie filling. That is not the same thing. This is 100% pure pumpkin. After we have our pumpkin in there, we're going to add 2 eggs. You don't have to scramble them up or anything. Your bread machine will do it for you. Next, we're going to need some oil. I'm going to use this coconut oil. You can use olive oil, sunflower oil, whatever you want to use. Or you can use melted butter. But I'm going to use a half a cup of this coconut oil. Just put that right on into your bread pan. Next, we're going to want some brown sugar. This is going to take 1.5 cups of packed brown sugar. Just add that right on in there. Now we're on to our flour. For this quick bread, I'm going to use all-purpose flour. I'm going to use 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Just go ahead and put that right on in there over all of your other ingredients so far. Okay, so that's 2 cups of flour. Next, we're going to want 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice. I love this pumpkin pie spice. I think it just flavors things so nicely. It's a mixture of some cinnamon and nutmeg and allspice and cloves. Oh, it just tastes so good. I'm getting a little low. I need to get some more. Our next ingredient is ground cinnamon. We want 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon for this recipe. And you can tell with these yummy spices exactly how this bread is going to taste. It is going to be so flavorful and so yummy. Now we need 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So go ahead and add 1 teaspoon of baking soda into your bread pan. Now we want some baking powder. We're going to use a half a teaspoon of baking powder. This is a quick bread. It's not a yeast bread, so we don't have any yeast in this, but our baking powder is going to act as our leavening agent, so it's going to help our bread to rise. Next, we need some salt. We're going to use a half a teaspoon of salt. You can use plain old white table salt. I've started getting a little fancy, and now I use this ancient fine sea salt, but you'll just want a half a teaspoon, any salt that you want. And our very last ingredient are chocolate chips. I'm going to use 1 cup of chocolate chips. I'm going to use semi-sweet. You can use milk chocolate. You can put in walnuts or pecans or anything else that you want, or leave this totally plain. It has plenty of flavor without any mix-ins. Now your bread machine probably has a signal to tell you when to add mix-ins, but with this quick bread, you really don't have to do that. You can add them now, or you can wait for the signal, whichever one you want. My bread machine loaf pan is a 10 by 6. So I'm going to be making a 2-pound loaf. If yours is smaller, I'll also include the recipes for a 1.5-pound loaf and a 1-pound loaf. If you have a smaller bread machine, go ahead and follow the recipe for one of those smaller loaves so that it cooks properly. Now that all of our ingredients are in the bread machine, I am going to choose the cake cycle. Some bread machines will call it the sweet bread cycle. Some also say quick bread, but for me, on my bread machine, quick means a faster loaf, and it's not actually for quick bread. So I'm going to choose the cake cycle. It's going to be about 2 hours, and I'm going to press start. And there it goes. It's going to start mixing it up for us. The bread machine has been mixing the ingredients for about 4 minutes, and it already looks like this. I'm going to come in with a rubber spatula and just get that little bit of extra flour that it can't quite reach around the side so that all of that can get incorporated into our loaf. Now that it looks like this, it is good to go. It has been 2 hours and our pumpkin chocolate chip bread is ready. Now, if you're worried about yours not being totally done in the middle, you can press bake on your bread machine and let it go a little bit longer, or you can let it cool completely in your bread machine and that'll just finish it off a little bit more in the middle. But this one looks good. I'm going to go ahead and get it out. I just got our bread machine pumpkin chocolate chip bread out of the bread machine. It is super hot right now, but I'm going to go ahead and turn it out of the bread pan so we can take a look at it. Now, if yours ever doesn't bake all the way in the middle, most bread machines will have a function that just says bake, and you can press that at the end of the cycle and it'll just keep baking for a little bit longer. Maybe let it bake another 5-10 minutes and just see. I have had that problem in the past. Not with this bread, but with other quick breads that I've made in my bread machine. So if you need to let it cook a little bit longer, all the bread machines are different. So just be aware of that. But this one baked up perfectly. Okay, there it is. Ooh, that came out really nicely. Okay, well, it's hot. I should let it cool, but I'm gonna go ahead and just cut right on into this because it smells fantastic and I have got to see it. Oh my goodness. Yes, it is steaming. It is so hot, but look at that. You can see the chocolate chips in there. Oh man, I wish you could smell this bread because it just smells absolutely to die for. I mean, this smells so good. It smells like fall and pumpkins and autumn. Oh, this is gonna be fantastic. I'm gonna take a little bite and see how it is. Very, very good. You saw that it just took a few minutes to throw all these ingredients into the bread machine, and now look what we have. We have a beautiful loaf of pumpkin chocolate chip bread that looks like it took a really long time to make. But no, we threw everything into the bread machine, pressed cake, and let it do its thing. 2 hours later, we have this glorious loaf of bread. I love that about the bread machine. So hands off, so easy, and now we have a really great loaf of bread. This bread is gonna be fantastic for breakfast, it's gonna be fantastic for snacks, dessert. We're just gonna eat this up. I will put a link down in the description that has a recipe for this bread. Now when you click on it, you can either print it, share it, or save it. That should be a great way to keep up with my recipes. Y'all have been requesting that and I finally figured it out, so the link will be down in the description. If you would, I would really appreciate it if you would share the recipe and this video with your friends. That would really be appreciated. Thank you for being here with me on Robyn on the Farm. I will see you next time.
Robyn's in the kitchen, dough beneath her hands, wheat from the fields and eggs from her land. Sunlight through the window, a warm golden glow. She's working hard to make that